So, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Super League Raw News Update on Monday, the 4th of March. Round 3 is in the record books, and what a round 3 it was. But a Super League Raw News updates, of course, for you. All of the In the Sheds from round 3 are now available for you to watch on our YouTube channel. Get over there and go and see that 10-minute summary of each and every game from this weekend. And if you didn't this morning pick up the podcast on the way to work, please do tomorrow. The Super League Raw Final Whistle podcast is available now on Amazon, Apple and Spotify. Brilliant debate around all things round 3 last night. That is there for your pleasure. Right, other news as well. This little beauty, free competition. You've got less than 24 hours now to enter into this one. £25 of gift vouchers for your club shop are at stake on this. All you need to do is go and join our official Super League Raw Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just put done in the comments and you will be included in a free prize draw tomorrow night on Super League Raw Weekly for £25 worth of gift vouchers for your club shop. That is a great one, and you don't have to do anything other than like and subscribe. Simple as that. 25 quid. Make sure you're involved in that. It will be cut off tomorrow at 3 p.m. Right. As always on Monday, the match review panel have been sitting in judgment on the players and James Bentley. James Bentley, that not top-end player in Sam Tompkins' world, he's picked up a one-match ban for that little incident with Tariq Sims. Sims got away with it. James Bentley did not. Adam Milner, he made contact with the head in the game at the Wigan Warriors. He'll be sitting out round number 4, as will Conrad Hurrell. He also made head contact in their game against the Leigh Leopards. He will be out for one game. And finally, Jack Brown, he's received a one-match ban for a dangerous throw. No charge for John Asiata. Chances are we'll be discussing that again tomorrow night on Super League Raw Weekly. Unbelievable. But yeah, after all of the fallout from that St. Helens League game, no ban for John Asiata. Let's review the round 3 results. The Wigan Warriors beating the Giants 30 points to 16. A spirited performance from the Giants, having gone 18-0 down. The Warrington Wolves get their second win of the season in what appears to be a comfortable win, but it was nothing like that, certainly in the first half. 30 points to 8, though, the Warrington Wolves ran out winners. The Saints and the Leopards, real quality blood and thunder there. 12-4, the Saints coming out on top. The Rhinos and the Dragons served up a treat for us on Saturday, 18-10, as did the Red Devils and the Robins. 17-10 for the Red Devils, 2 wins from 2. And then finally, Hull FC just about coming right at the death with a Morgan Smith try to break the heart to the London Broncos, 28 points to 24. It was a great weekend of action. Let's now relive some of it with the tries of the week. is why it's the greatest game on earth. Some outstanding tries in round number 3. None more important than that last one from Morgan Smith for the Hull FC, getting them their first win of the season. This is how the Betfred Super League looks after round number 3. And the Saints, 3 from 3. They're looking great form, don't they? They are scoring some wonderful tries, as too are the Wigan Warriors. They're in second, having only played 2 games. Then it's the Wolves, the Dragons, the Robins, and the Red Devils in those all-important top 6 places. The Rhinos just outside after a very impressive win against the Catalan Dragons. Then it's the Giants, FC, Leopards, Tigers and Broncos at the bottom end of the table. So what we're going to do in a few moments' time is we're going to go around all of those grounds and take some comment from some of the players, some of the coaches, and relive some of the great action that we saw in each and every one of those. But before we do, there's 2 competitions here at Super League Raw at the moment. How about winning a 2025 season ticket by joining the Super League Raw Mini Fantasy League? Oh yes, that's right. Go onto the official Super League site. If you're already a part of the official Super League Fantasy League, then join our mini league. You could potentially win a season ticket for 2025. There's the pin number 7434, the password 819007, 7434 819 007. That season ticket is for members only, so you must join the Super League Raw membership to have a chance of winning the 2025 season ticket from as little as £2.99 a month. We've also announced the second prize for the membership. Whoever finishes second will also get a replica shirt. So first prize, season ticket, second prize, replica shirt, and for non-members it is free, a free competition as well. If you're a non-member, a replica shirt could be coming to you at the end of the season. And this is an interesting one. Darren Chadwick. Darren, a Warrington Wolves fan, you currently lead the Fantasy League. If you were a member, you'd had one hand already on your Warrington Wolves season ticket for next year. Is Darren going to join in time? The cut-off for the season ticket competition for members is going to be this Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday at close of business. That's how long you've got to become a member here at Super League Raw and have an opportunity of winning that season ticket. That's how you do it. You go to patreon.com/Super League Raw. Patreon.com/Super League Raw. Join now, become a part of the Fantasy League, and don't forget the other competition as well that is being run off Facebook. Right, now let's go around the grounds. Let's relive some of the action from round number 3 and get some comment. Let's start at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. A great win, this one, for Sam Burgess. Second win for him. This is what he and also Craig Lingard had to say. But let's first of all start by listening to Mr. Zane Musgrove.
Everyone, thanks for coming out to Hay Show for your support. You are amazing tonight. Up the wire, let's go!
Yeah, well, he's a great coach, Cleese, but he's a perfectionist, so his smile turned upside down in the second half. There's parts of our game that we have to work on. There's a couple of old habits there that are creeping in. So, we've got a bit of work to do. But like I said, we're really happy with the 2 points. I thought Castleford were good. I just thought we were a little bit better in areas, but we can certainly improve.
What were your thoughts after that game?
Yeah, no, it was good to get over the whitewash, after Newry. But I just think we were on top the first 15 and we let it get to us. They're obviously a very good side, and you can't let them have a head start. So we've just got to switch up on a few things. But I think the effort's there, the pride's there. We all want to play for this badge. So yeah, it's just about putting the effort in and keep working hard, and I'm sure that first win will come.
I thought we started the game real well. We had a clear focus this week on starting the game well. First 15 minutes, we wanted to make a priority of, based on his performance last week against Salford, where I think we were impacted by how we started the game against them. So, and I think particularly Warrington as well, they have a real focus on their first 15 minutes of the game, where they try and get teams on the back foot and get quick play the balls and just keep rolling you backwards. So we had that real focus on defending quite tight and trying to manage that goal forward from the outside backs and the big middles coming through around about A defending. I thought we managed that really, really well at the start of the game.
To be fair, I've been practicing them all week. I think I had a couple of opportunities last week but I didn't nail them, so I've been working on that this week with the help of a few of the boys, and I'm just glad they played off tonight.
Just last from me, Ben Crane played the Lucian Morgan tonight, and people who've been watching Wire for a long time probably say it's maybe his best individual performance for a while. Is he making himself a longer term option in that middle area, do you think?
Well, I thought he played pretty good tonight, didn't he? I thought he was one of our best, if not the best. Him and Duffy, probably the 2 best players. Leon's in that category as well, but he's such an intelligent player. He's very athletic, and he's got great skill, so it suits him, and he can manage it quite well. So I'm not sure what we'll do long term with him, but he's such a valuable player.
And it's pushed away down the left flank. They've gone immediately from right to left as Duffy still going. Duffy!
Some great performances for the Warrington Wolves at HJ on Friday night. You mentioned Ben Curry there playing in loose forward. New position for Curry. Go back and watch it, Wire fans. Watch Ben Curry in loose forward position. He had an outstanding game with ball in hand. Some really powerful runs down the middle. We know he's got good hands as well. Yeah, very interesting to see what happens with Ben Curry long-term. Of course, Nicholson has got the 13 shirt. Will Curry keep him out? That's a great question, isn't it? And as for Duffy, 27 carries, 231 metres from Duffy in this one. A try, 2 assists, 8 tackle busts. Matt Duffy in absolutely superb form. As for the Castleford Tigers, really impressive first period, especially the first 20 minutes. Castleford Tigers fans, stay with your team. They're looking very, very competitive. They've been competitive in every single game, and I think there's room for optimism there as they go into round number 4. More about that on Thursday's news, of course. Right, let's carry on going around the grounds. St Helens, real tussle, this one between Saints and Leigh. A bit of bad blood still, of course, spilling over from that semi-final in the Challenge Cup last year. Let's go and see what was said after this game.
We knew they were going to come out really strong. They're a really good outfit. Leigh, they've had they've been one of the top sides of the last 12 months, and they've really set a benchmark for themselves. So we knew it was going to be physical. We knew it was going to be challenging, and we got exactly that. They bashed. We saw tomorrow, I think, and got a little bit scrappy for us. We probably had a little bit of ill discipline with the ball. Thought we turned over a bit of ball, gave away a few too many penalties, more than we would like to. But all in all, we got a win, and we won it scrappy. It's always positive this time of the year.
We knew it was going to be tough coming here. Saints are a really good team, and yeah, it's just one of those where it was going end to end. We know that they stick in the grind, and if we stuck with them, and I think got into half time was good, and I think our bodies just creaked in that second half, and they started to roll a little bit.
As bad as it sounds, it's a really positive thing to be able to win when you're not playing at your best, especially when you're playing against quality sides. So we know we weren't at our best tonight. We've got a lot to work on. We'll review that during the week, but at the end of the day, we get to go home with 2 points and build on that, review it, make sure we improve next week, and got another tough one against Salford.
They're probably the best at their process, what they do in the league, getting you in those corners and making it tough for you. And unfortunately, we came out on the wrong side tonight. But I think going forward, I think we've learned. Sorry, I can't words out. We've learned a lot of lessons from tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this group can go for the rest of the year.
Plot. Here now is Dodd. Finds Bell. Lovely hands to Whitley. Whitley gets it away. And there he is again. Jack Wells.
I thought we were gutsy in periods. It was a game that I didn't feel like it really got going. It was a bit scrappy at times, and the conditions didn't help that. So there was a lot to like about it in terms of the way we defended in particular. We started the season well in that respect. But I thought the way we started the game, I didn't like it. And I say that because I think the last 10 minutes at Huddersfield last week, we started to get a bit of joy off the back of the hard work that we'd done for the 60-65 minutes. And then we started tonight like we wanted the last 10 minutes of Huddersfield to come straight away. And it's probably a lesson that we need to learn moving forward, is that you've got to show teams the utmost respect by playing the game in a tough way, by being patient and waiting for opportunities. Whenever we did that, we looked threatening, but we didn't start the game in that mindset.
And so looking to get the ball out wide, they're bumping off players, they're still going with Dodd, ball back on the inside, and they're racing away. Can they get to make it soon? They cannot.
Right guys, Leigh Dodd here. Just want to say a massive thank you to all the Saints fans that turned out tonight. Tough game, a good game, but the 2 points are on to next week. Cheers guys.
He had a fantastic game, didn't he? Lewis Dodd as well. Brilliant game from Lewis Dodd in this one for the Leigh Leopards. And I thought James Bell, when he came off the bench, played very, very good rugby league indeed. As for the Leigh Leopards, it's not the greatest start, but they started slow last year, if you remember. They're having to do it tough. John Asiata going off. Also, Tom Briscoe now. Looks like them two are going to be long-term casualties for the Leigh Leopards. Having to do it tough, but no disgrace going to St Helens with so much adversity and only losing by 8 points. So a really good effort that from the Leigh Leopards, but the Saints, they are looking very, very good indeed. Another team that are looking very good, of course, are the Wigan Warriors. They got off to a flying start, 18-0 up against the Huddersfield Giants, but Huddersfield, to their credit, came back. Matt Pete and his side, well, they've kept their powder dry since the full-time whistle on Friday night, but now let's go and listen to what the Huddersfield Giants had to say at the end of this game.
Smith back to field, here comes Wardle, and here comes Marshall, and that will be the third try of the night.
One where we felt we were starting to get the ascendancy was when we put the kick in the corner. We knock it down and they come up the other end and they turn it into a 14-point score there. We felt we were starting to get a little bit on the front foot, but you only need to give Wigan half a chance. They're too good a team, they're the champion team for a reason, and they're too good a team to give them chances too. So there was another one we came down, and I think Jack Murchie knocked on, didn't he, when he was nearly scored. There was another one where Hugo knocked on as well. It just means they're just letting pressure off the opposition, and like I say, you give field position to a Wigan team who've got Jai Field and Bevan French. You saw what they did in the first half when they were fresh. They were getting beating the man and getting into Isan, and it was causing us a problem on our edges defence.
You know, straight after the game, just disappointment. I feel like in areas in that game we could have gained a little bit more of an ascendancy and a bit more control, but just a few pressure relieving mistakes. You know, a couple from myself, giving a couple penalties away from yardage, which is probably unacceptable. But just in general, a little bit of disappointment. Look, the game is what it is. Luckily enough, it's the beauty of the season. We've got 5-6 days to recuperate and go again and get some stuff that we've made wrong right. But you know, there's an improvement there from last week, which is definitely clear to see for everybody. So for us as a group, it's just about keep building for them games coming up. And you know, while we are disappointed, there's also positives we need to take from it, and having that grit and determination to go down to 12 men and stay within the game and then push forward and actually start to pressure teams like Wigan away from home, it's a big thing for us. So no, we are disappointed. Might take a couple of days to set in, but we've got to dust ourselves off and get back on that horse and keep going. Look, Cass is a hard place to go. It's even more hostile than coming away to Wigan, so we need to be prepared. I think if any game's going to prepare you for going to Cass away, it's Wigan away. And like I said, in patches we did perform well, a little bit inconsistent. You know, we're consistently inconsistent in times, and that's probably going to be our downfall in certain patches. But I feel like again it was a little bit more of a positive. It was a step forward from the Saints game at home, and that's all we can keep doing. You know, trying to better our previous performance, keep improving, building them combinations within the games, and you know, hopefully come round 6-7 we're firing all cylinders, and we just need to start chalking a few of these wins away now.
Nice one, thank you, Ash.
Thank you.
Pleasure, pal.
Respect. Peace. To his right hand side he has to pray, and that will win it.
I thought, well, last week we didn't score any points. Against Leigh we went with the spine that we had, obviously, because 2 was suspended. And we probably had more continuity in the way we were attacking because we'd been training that way as well. So we thought coming into this game today to win, to beat Wigan, we needed to post points on the back end of that. And obviously the team that played against Leigh posted points. Again, we've posted points here today. We just needed to be better early doors.
Back in the 17 today. Crawley puts it back to Croft, who thread one through.
Well, we'll be coming back to that in a moment. Apologies for that, but a really good knock, really, from Huddersfield Giants in this. Like I say, 18-0 down. It could have gone south for the winter, couldn't it? But they come back and they rallied well. What's not to like about the Wigan Warriors? Liam Marshall, another hat-trick in a career littered with hat-tricks. Thompson back, looked very, very good in the front row. Wigan, Saints really are in the groove early doors. They are going to take some stopping. And, of course, the Catalan Dragons, they're a team that everybody's been talking about after the first 2 rounds. They went to the Leeds Rhinos. Leeds Rhinos off the back of a defeat against Hull KR. Everybody expected the Catalans to roll into town with a far bigger pack and turn over the Rhinos. That's not the way it panned out. Let's go and get some interesting comments after this game from the likes of Rowan Smith and Steve McNamara.
I think all wins are special, but yeah, there was a lot of grit, teamwork, resilience that went into that probably first 20-30 minutes of defending in our own half. Some of it by our own doing, of course, with maybe overplaying our hand, but I love the bravery of our players today to play a bit of footy against a team that are rugged and very, very good defensively in the middle of the field. Just to move the ball around and break them up a bit. It wasn't without a blemish or playing a bit over the top, but the defence and the togetherness and the teamwork that went into that, I thought we looked pretty calm and composed with most of our goal line D.
Dominated field position and possession a lot in the first half, but we didn't play with any sort of zip, any speed there in attack. It was a little bit blunt there, but I thought we dominated most of that first half, but then conceding back-to-back tries, conceding a try, and then kicking off and conceding another try and an 8-point try and a man in the sin bin. Suddenly we're 10-0 down. So I thought our response at the start of the second half was superb. I thought we came out and played with some real speed. We upped the tempo. We looked dangerous. We dominated the game, and then there was another big momentum swing in terms of not fielding the kick-off. And then the last 20 minutes, it was, lack of discipline probably in the last 20 minutes. Very good. Thought it was, like I said, at the start of the second half, him and Jordan Desiree, really got the speed of the game going for us in attack. They carried really, really strong, and they got us on the front foot. They set the platform up for us to go on and win that game. But like I said, our lack of discipline didn't allow us to do that.
Back in the 17 today, Crawley puts it back to Croft, who thread one through. Yaha was slow to turn, the footwork is good, and I think Hanley's got that.
Yeah, the put down from the first try was exceptional, composure. And then the second try was a great play from Croft, and good play. Leon Ruan was very composed and calm. Frawley played the ball quickly, and Cam Smith's play selection there was a huge play in the game. And then Ash, it's one of Ash's easier tries, that one. But I like the bravery of our team today to play in attack and defensively, just to keep turning up for each other.
Now it's with Croft, and here's Newman, and Newman away to his winger. The ball bounces back. Newman into the hands of Ruan, and now an opportunity. Leon Ruan gets it away to Frawley. Catalan recovering superbly well, but Leeds are flowing here. Smith picks it up quickly. There might be a shortage of numbers. There is a shortage of numbers, and guess who pounces?
It's a good win, that. They're a tough side. They stuck with us right till the end. Big set, so we knew it was going to be tough. But I think we moved the ball pretty well. I think we stuck with it. We were quite brave with passing the ball around. I think the crowd can get a bit jeery when balls are going to the floor, but we're not afraid to throw the ball around, and then you can see that sort of pays off for us in the end. So I'm glad we stuck with that. I think we're a better team when we do that. So it's a good, satisfying win today.
What a start to the season, Ash Handley. Yes, him and Liam Marshall are both on 5 tries apiece after 3 rounds, but Ash Handley's consistency across the first 3 games with ball in hand has been quite superb. He is the in-form winger of Super League thus far, and fair play to him. I thoroughly enjoyed watching Ash Handley throughout this year's campaign. Let's hope he continues this great form for the Rhinos. It really is easy on the eye, isn't it? Right, we now go to the second game on Saturday. The Salford Red Devils, of course, beating Castleford the week before, and a far tougher assignment on Saturday. They went up against Willie Peters Robbins. They came into this game with 2 wins from 2, and Salford did a number on them.
I've said it before, when your group's got personality and character, you can do some pretty good things, and I thought you saw that in abundance tonight.
Salford sense they've got a chance here. Oh, but it's spilled. Has Hankinson put it down though?
I think it's a try, Fraser. The referee was confident that there was no fumble. It was just a ball on the floor.
And it's Salford fans. Cheer us out. What was it, first night? Great, massive win.
We didn't start the way that we wanted to. I think we went away from our plan. We had a lot of unforced errors early in that game, and it was a very stop-start game. They sort of they had a plan and they executed it really well. So they played well and deserved the win. But there's some areas that we'll obviously have to have a look at. Discipline's an area in the first couple of weeks that we've prided ourselves on, and we sort of went away from that tonight.
Just short of the 10-metre line.
Drop goal.
It goes for a drop goal attempt, and Mark Sneed has scored it.
I think there's 3 groups of 4 in Super League. There's a top, middle, and a bottom 4. We're well positioned in for the bottom 4, but we want to try and climb to the top of that 4 and start working our way into the middle, and that's the way we'll look at it. So that's where everyone's got us. That's where our spend puts us in terms of spending power. So if we're predicted 11th, then we'll chip away at 10th, and once we get to 10th, we'll chip away at 9th, and so on and so forth. Positions now in the league, 3 games in, they're not even worth looking at, are they? So, however, it's better to have the points than not. So we'll just keep working hard.
Paul Rowley there doing his best Michael Barrymore impression. Top, middle or bottom. Are they going to strike it lucky this year? Can they get into the playoffs? 2 win from 2. If they can keep their best 17 on the park, they are a match for any side. Massive raps in this one for Mark Sneyd. Yet again, they won that game in the first half, didn't they? And his game management in the second half to just keep the scoreboard ticking over with the penalties and that drop goal always kept the Robins at bay. Not a great performance this from the Robins. They will want to be much better against Warrington at home this week. And another mention has to go to Callum Watkins in second row. Another brilliant game from Callum Watkins in this one. 141 metres from 15 carries from Callum, 33 tackles in D. He had a fantastic game, a captain's knock that got Salford over the line. Right, the curtain came down on a fantastic weekend, with the exception of the Warrington game that was, let's be fair, there was a bit of a gap between them and Castleford in the end. Every other game really tight. It bodes well, doesn't it, for the 2024 season. And the London Broncos went to the MKM Stadium thinking that they could get their first win of the season, and they came very close, didn't they?
It's a goal of mine this year to obviously develop the team and help develop the club, but I want to add value to the competition. And we've been bested by 2 very good teams, haven't we, in the last 2 weeks. Today I thought we had a great value. It was a great competition, wasn't it? Great, hopefully a good spectacle on the TV. And from that side of it, from a more global aspect, happy for the game. Hopefully that was a good spectacle.
Sal gets the arrow, interception! Oh, can they go the length of the field here? There's a chance for Story. What, they're getting back? Russell's getting back. Story to level it up. He's got there.
I don't think it's nerves. I'm just lacking a little bit of want to put on, the good place and stuff that you do in practice, and sometimes you try to do them at the wrong times in games. It'll come. We're still getting to know each other as well. Some of these boys and different combinations that I'm throwing at them, and but there's aspects of our game that we will be pleased about, and there's aspects of our game that we need to learn quickly from, because we made hard work of that. And I don't think, and no disrespect to our opponents, because I said through the week they're a good team and they stick to their structures and they stick to their procedures and they get to the end of sets and ask questions of their opponents. They have all through so far. So I'm not surprised about them. What we needed to do is just be a bit more patient ourselves.
Last tackle. They're going to that far side with Smith. Smith with a step, reaching out, scores!
Loads of character. That's what we're about. We'll always be wrote off. And we understand the challenge that we face this year. But I'm just really happy the way they fought there, and arguably deserved the win there at the end. But we had it tough. Like, we lost Sid yesterday in the warm up. We lose Dean Parata there a minute into the game, which massively influences how we play. Marcus Stock's gone out there and done 78 minutes in his 3rd ever Super League game. It's just unbelievable. Some of the heart that they showed was really, really pleasing, mate. And lots of good building blocks in there. Gutted right now, because we lost the game. But there's loads of positives. Even right now, I'm speaking on emotion, I can still see there's lots of positives for us to pick out of that game.
Wasn't it for a bit of a coach killer in some respects? But it was a slow old affair, and we didn't control it like we would have liked. That's for sure. Particularly second half. First half, I thought we were pretty decent. We conceded a try from a kick in the first half, and that was it. And didn't have any line breaks against it. We didn't have any line breaks against us for the game, which is a positive. However, our last plays and handling of last plays, we didn't get to many last plays, and our opponents did. And we need to take a leaf out of their book.
Well, Tony Smith taking the positives, and there were positives. Danny Houghton in this one as hooker. Yet again, his defensive qualities there for all to see. Leigh Sow had an incredible game in the front row. And like we've been saying all season, London appear to be building. They've got some quality players. Alex Walker's due back, hopefully next week for them, maybe the week after. James Meadows showing his quality in this game as well. London will pick up a scalp or two. There's no doubt. Will they rue that, though, come the end of the season? They had it in the palm of their hand, and it was snatched away by Morgan Smith. Who needs football in this country? You wait 90 minutes for 2 minutes of joy and action. In rugby league, you get action every single minute, whether it be tackles, 40-20s from James Meadows, quality tries, the likes of Ashton's and Hanley's. Oh, it's the greatest sport on earth. I don't care what anybody says. It's the greatest sport on earth, and Super League Raw are proud to be bringing you these programs so that we can promote the greatest game on earth across all the social media channels. Absolutely outstanding. Right, today, the official Super League team of the round has been announced. This is that team. Matt Duffy at full back on the wings. Marshall and Hanley, no surprises there. Harry Newman in centre alongside Robbie Story. That lovely length of the field try from Robbie, maybe getting him the nod there. The two half-backs, Lewis Dodd and Mark Sneed, albeit both of them started at scrum half. Just a little note there to just mention. Chris Satai and Luke Thompson getting the prop forwards. Danny Houghton, I just mentioned him a moment ago. Matt Whitley continues his impressive form. He's been given the 11 shirt. Callum Watkins, 12, and Cameron Smith, 13. We will be announcing the Super League Raw Team of the Week live tomorrow night on Super League Raw Weekly. Please do be there. We will also, of course, be doing the draw for the free competition. Don't forget about that. Get over to Facebook, the official channel, the official page on Facebook. Make sure you like it, subscribe to YouTube, and just right done. You will be in that draw. £25 of free gift vouchers for your shop could be on the way to you by the weekend. And don't forget the big one, season ticket on the line for members. That's right. You've got until close of business on Wednesday to register as a member and to get your team in. You could be walking away with a season ticket for next year. Well, what a great competition that is. Make sure that you get involved with that. Some sad news as well has been announced late on this evening. Lewis Jones, former Leeds Rhinos player, sadly passed away at the age of 92. Leeds are doing a great job of covering that. So you Leeds Rhinos fans, if you weren't aware of that, go onto their social media and to the website. You'll get more in terms of the great career that Lewis Jones had, and you'll be able to pay your respects, I'm sure. Yet again, Super League Raw doing the hard work for you, bringing the stories from around the ground so that you don't have to do anything. All you have to do on a Monday is sit down with your cup of tea after a hard day at work, and we will do the job for you. Simple as that. Don't forget, the Super League Raw membership is open. Please do join it. We will be back, as always, on Thursday with our next edition of the news over on our podcast, Apple, Amazon, Spotify. Go and listen to the Final Whistle podcast where we discussed all the round 3 action in detail. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m, live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, Super League Raw Weekly. You don't want to be missing that. And we will be back with the news on Thursday. Bye for now, folks. We hope you enjoyed it.